Alright, I'm gonna be talking about the PlayStation shutting down this production. It's a pretty stupid decision by PlayStation, not gonna lie. And they also made another stupid decision, which was to shut down PlayStation 3 and Vita, which I fucking own. Like, I still buy games here. It's a very nice piece of hardware. Like, I still use it. Right now I'm still playing Parasite Eve 1. I'm taking my time with her. Um which you can't really buy physically, because it costs over like $100 if I want to get a PS1 version for the PS3. So I decided to buy it on the Vita because it could emulate PS1 games and stuff. It's like $7, $7 to $14 from what I remember, and that's coming to an end. Like, obviously I'll be able to download the games that I purchased. They read it was somewhere down here. But if other people want to like buy the games from PlayStation onto their Vita or PS3, they won't be able to. They'll have to, pirate it because there's actually no other way to get the game without paying a hefty price. I'm not condoning pirating, by the way. But yeah, please Square Enix, please remaster Parasites because we need it on newer consoles. Like, you can't leave old games behind, okay? Okay, now let's go back to the disc. Then I'll, keep talking about the PS3 stuff, which sucks ass. So they'll stop making disc in January 2028. I've heard people say, "Oh, buy digitally, it's cheaper." But there is convenience to it, but there's a huge downside, and that's the fact that you don't even own the games. As we saw last week, PlayStation removed, I don't know if it was PlayStation or Sony, same thing. They removed over 500 movies and shows from their catalog because, they didn't renew the licenses. Imagine what could happen with these games. And it has happened before where PlayStation would remove games. But imagine that in a larger scale a few years down the road, maybe on the PS6. You buy a bunch of games, and then a year or two later, you don't have access to them. And you won't be able to revisit them. I would say, from my experience, buying physically is way cheaper. I got some examples here. Silent Hill 2, $20. Silent Hill 2, I bought it for $20. Let's see how much is in the PlayStation Store. And I actually fucking own it. See? Benefit. People say it's cheaper, usually. Nope. I beg to differ by a long shot. $70. On sale, I'm pretty sure I've seen it for 30 to 40 on digital, but physical, bought it off of Amazon, $20. Even Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake, which I still have to play, $20. I bought it off of Amazon as well, I'm pretty sure. And here, Metal Gear Solid still goes for 30. Yeah. Like, even like when the game isn't on sale, I am pretty sure it's even less than what PlayStation is asking for. And the thing is, with PlayStation, they lock you onto the storefront, and you can't even like go and download like the Xbox Store, Steam, which sucks. So you're pretty much locked into one fucking store. Sorry, I can't multitask when I'm talking and typing. That ain't gonna work. See, look, $50 when it's not on sale. And here, $70, $20 difference, big difference. Oh, I got another example. Guess how much Lost Soul Aside cost? This game came out this year, I believe, in the beginning of the year. So I would say like 5 months ago. How much do you think it costs now? Not 30, not 20. Bought it for $10. 10 fucking bucks. And I own it. This is mine. Sony can't go into my house and take it away from me, but on the store, they can remove all the games they want. Let's go with Lost Souls Aside. Sorry. $40 even on sale. And I'm pretty sure it's with the premium. I would say I got a bargain. Great deal. $10 on Amazon. And I actually own it. It's very anti-consumer friendly, dude. If they continue to head this path, not even gonna get the PS6. Just gonna not even get PlayStation published games at all. Fuck those. I don't know, I'm just like disappointed because I feel like that's the main attraction of consoles. You can put in a disc, as I said earlier. Because you can't even do that with a PC. You have to like go with Steam or Epic or even better GOG, which is DRM free. But with PlayStation, you won't have any of those options. Like, I'm okay with Steam since it's a way better platform. And I also gotta talk about GTA 6 real quick. Fuck Rockstar. Sorry, I'm just like super pissed. I can't even type right. Look, I love physical media. I'll show you some like games that I have that I would consider that are rare. And I'll tell you the prices. Some of these prices are pretty good. Some of them are awful. So even with new GTA 6, they won't even give you an option for a disc. So you either get a digital copy or you either get a key card physically in a fucking store, which is basically the digital version, and they can remove it. So let's say GTA 6 has this is a huge issue. Okay, let's say GTA 6 has some music, and let's say it's very like offensive, and in the future Rockstar is like, ooh, you know what, I think we were too offensive on our approach and we don't want to pay the license to those games, to the music. They can easily just alter the scene that they don't like or the dialogue and remove the music. And it's, basically removing the game's original design, which fucking sucks. I'm not even gonna get this game. They killed off the hype. Bro, I don't even subscribe to a bunch of subscription. Only like one or two. Because I just prefer buying physically. Like movies, shows, stuff like that. Books, mangas. Those are a must. And even games. Like, if I buy a game digitally for like super cheap and then I really like it, I'll go out of my way to buy a physical edition of it or version. Like Sleeping Dogs. Like, I played Sleeping Dogs like 4 years ago, and recently I just bought the PS4 copy, which is the definitive edition. I'm pretty happy with that purchase. I won't play it anytime soon, but definitely in the future. Yeah, they're shutting down the PS3 and Vita store, which has so many good games that are locked into it. Pretty sure there's like a Yakuza zombie game that's like locked to it. Asura's Wrath is locked to it. Dragon Guard 3 is locked on to the PS3 and Vita. Not the Vita, but you know what I mean. There's also like another Resident Evil game, the Dark Side Chronicles. A lot of games that are just like locked into that system. That you can't even get any of these games on a PS4 or PS5 because guess what? They don't have the license to it. So they can't even port them. And even if they didn't have the license to it, the publishers could have, wasted a few resources and, ported them, but nope. And I have a feeling they won't anytime soon. I'm not gonna talk and not show you like any games that I actually own, Like here we got can't make the screen bigger on my end, but my camera big for some reason. But look here. I got Asura's Wrath, complete, fantastic condition. Bought it this year for $10. And I actually own it, which is pretty nice. No one can take that away from me. Sucks for people who, won't be able to buy it. Boom, Dragon Guard 3. Baby, which I haven't played, but I bought like 2 years ago. That's a very expensive game. I'm pretty sure it's like in the 60s or 70s. I don't even know. And I also own a copy of Parasite Eve for the PS3. This is like the JP version. You won't be able to fucking buy digitally. It's gonna be lost. Unless you sell the 7 scenes, you know what I mean? Resident Evil, The Dark Side Chronicles, which I recently played. Really good game. You won't be able to buy it once they shut down the PS3 store. I mean, all those games that I showed you, these 4 games. Well, maybe Dragon Guard 3, made by the same person that created Nier. It has to be good or decent, Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Very disappointed. Stupid decision. And you know what? Fuck both Xbox and PlayStation. I'll just stick to PC for now, because out of the 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, including Switch and any other console that I'm forgetting about, PC is just like the better option overall. You got a bunch of storefronts. You can actually own the game. You can do other stuff with the PC, not only like gaming related. You can actually do work and stuff. Damn, I'm getting tired of talking. I've been talking for like 20 minutes straight, and I usually don't talk, so yeah, I'm tired of talking. So yeah, bye. Fuck PlayStation Plus, Sony. Sorry, I'm not even making sense anymore. Fuck PlayStation. Fuck Sony. I'm out. Bye.